Beyond discrimination, Tilopa's teaching on the undivided mind. There is a subtle habit that shapes almost every moment of our lives. Before we even notice it, the mind has already divided the world into countless categories. This is pleasant. That is unpleasant. This is success. That is failure. This person is a friend. That person is an enemy. This is spiritual. That is worldly. This is me. That is not me. We rarely question this process because it appears natural. Yet Tilopa, the great Indian Mahasiddha of the Mahamudra tradition, tells us that this constant discrimination is the very activity that conceals our true nature. When Tilopa speaks of non-discrimination, he is not asking us to become unable to distinguish a road from a river, or medicine from poison. Practical discrimination remains necessary for daily life. Rather, he points towards something much deeper. He asks us to see through the mental habit of treating our conceptual distinctions as ultimately real. Our concepts are useful tools, but they are poor masters. Imagine looking at the sky through a window covered with colored glass. One pane is blue, another is red, another is green. We might begin to believe that the sky itself changes color as we move from window to window. In reality, only the glass changes. The sky remains untouched. Our concepts are like those colored panes. Every judgment, every label, every opinion colors reality. We rarely experience the world directly. Instead, we experience our interpretations of the world. Tilopa invites us to discover what remains when the colored glass is removed. He gives one of the simplest and most profound meditation instructions ever recorded. Do not recall, do not imagine, do not think, do not examine, do not control, rest. These words are often misunderstood. Tilopa is not declaring war on thinking. Thinking is a wonderful servant. Without it, we could not build bridges, compose music, or hold conversations. The problem begins when thinking never stops interpreting reality. The mind becomes like a commentator who cannot remain silent, even for a single moment. Notice what happens when you hear a bird singing. The sound appears. Almost immediately, the mind says, a sparrow. Then perhaps, beautiful. Then, I wish I lived somewhere quieter. Within seconds, we are no longer listening to the bird. We are listening to our own thoughts. The direct experience has been replaced by concepts. Tilopa asks us to remain with the sound before it becomes a story. The same is true of emotions. Suppose anger arises. Ordinarily we say, I am angry. Then we justify it. We remember who offended us. We rehearse imaginary conversations. The anger becomes our identity. Tilopa offers another possibility. Instead of becoming the anger, simply observe it. Notice its heat. Notice its movement. Notice how it appears, changes, and disappears. Who is observing it? The awareness that notices anger is not itself angry. Awareness remains unchanged while emotions come and go like weather across an open sky. This is one of Tilopa's great discoveries. Thoughts change, emotions change, sensations change, bodies change, relationships change, even identities change. Yet awareness itself remains open, clear, and unstained. He often uses the metaphor of the sky. Clouds may be white or black, storms may rage, rain may fall, lightning may flash, but none of these events damages the sky. The sky neither welcomes the white cloud nor rejects the dark one. It allows everything. Likewise, awareness does not prefer happiness over sadness. It does not cling to pleasant thoughts or resist painful ones. Everything is allowed to arise and dissolve naturally. This is what Tilopa means by non-discrimination. There is another expression in Mahamudra that beautifully captures this insight. One taste. Joy, sorrow, fear, excitement, success, and failure all arise within awareness. They differ in appearance, but not in their essential nature. Like waves rising on the ocean, every wave has a unique shape, yet every wave is only water. Similarly, every experience is an expression of empty, luminous awareness. This teaching also reveals a profound connection between Tilopa and the great Buddhist philosopher Nagarjuna. Although they lived centuries apart and expressed the Dharma in different ways, they point toward the same ultimate realization. Nagarjuna approached the truth through rigorous philosophical inquiry. In his Madhyamaka teachings, he systematically dismantled every conceptual position, showing that all phenomena are empty of inherent existence. Whatever the mind grasps as independently real, self or other, existence or non-existence, permanence or impermanence, subject or object, cannot withstand careful examination. Through analysis, he reveals that these distinctions are conceptual constructions rather than ultimate realities. Tilopa begins where Nagarjuna's reasoning ends. Instead of analyzing concepts, he invites us to rest in the awareness that exists before concepts arise. Rather than asking us to examine every view intellectually, he encourages us to look directly at the nature of mind itself. When awareness recognizes its own empty, luminous nature, the distinctions that once appeared so solid naturally dissolve. Thus, this perspective has strong parallels with Nagarjuna. While Nagarjuna demonstrates through reasoning that all conceptual distinctions are empty of inherent existence, Tilopa invites practitioners to realize that same insight directly through meditative experience. One approaches non-discrimination through analysis, the other through immediate recognition of awareness. These two approaches are not opposed, they are complementary. Nagarjuna removes the obstacles created by wrong views. Tilopa removes the subtle tendency to create new views altogether. Nagarjuna clears the path by showing that every conceptual position ultimately collapses. Tilopa invites us to walk that cleared path by resting in direct, non-conceptual awareness. One can say that Nagarjuna points to the moon by removing every mistaken direction, while Tilopa simply asks us to look up. The moon is the same. For this reason, many later masters saw Mahamudra not as a departure from Madhyamaka, but as its living realization. The philosophical understanding of emptiness reaches its fulfillment when emptiness is no longer merely understood, but directly experienced. Meditation, therefore, is not the production of awareness, recognition of awareness. Pleasure may arise, pain may arise, praise and criticism may come and go. Yet beneath these changing conditions lies an awareness that remains untouched. Tilopa's invitation is not to become someone new or attain some distant enlightenment. It is to relax completely into what has always been here. Clear, boundless awareness, beyond discrimination, beyond grasping, and naturally free.